From inside 100 yards, the average weekend golfer three-putts more than they two-putt. Not because their putting is bad, because their wedge landed 30 feet from the hole. If you've ever stood over a 70-yard shot with absolutely no idea how hard to swing, this video will change that. By the end, you'll have a repeatable system and the drill that locks it in for good. Here's the honest truth about wedge play. Most golfers spend hundreds of hours on the driving range hitting full shots with every club in the bag. Then they get to the course, find themselves 65 yards out and try to guess. That guess costs you strokes every single round, not dramatic, splashy strokes like a shank or a skull. Just quiet, invisible strokes, the chip that rolls to 25 feet, the approach that bleeds off the back edge. Strokes that don't feel like disasters in the moment but add up to 5 or 6 shots per round every round. The root cause is simple. You've never trained your hands to know what a 70-yard wedge actually feels like. You've practiced full swings. You haven't practiced half swings, three-quarter swings, or any deliberate variation in between. So under pressure, your brain goes blank and your hands take over, and that's where the flipping and the guessing starts. The fix is not a swing overhaul. It's one drill, practiced the right way, and it will give your brain the reference points it's been missing this whole time. The fault we're correcting today is called distance scatter. It's when you can hit a wedge somewhere between 80 and 110 yards, but you genuinely can't predict which one it's going to be on any given swing. If that sounds familiar, keep watching. Here's why it happens. Your full swing has a natural ingrained tempo, you've grooved it over hundreds of reps. But partial swings don't have that groove yet. Without a system, you're improvising every single time. And improvisation under pressure almost always means tension. Tension means deceleration. And deceleration with a wedge means fat, thin, or way too long. The ladder drill solves this by giving you a structured system. Here's exactly how it works. First, you need a simple framework for your swing length. Think of a clock face. When your lead arm, your left arm if you're right-handed, reaches the 9 o'clock position on your backswing, that's your half swing. When it reaches 10 o'clock, that's your three-quarter swing. Full 12 o'clock is your complete backswing. 3 positions, 3 distances, that's the whole system. Before you hit a single ball, spend 5 minutes just rehearsing these positions without a club. Feel where 9 o'clock actually is. Feel the difference between 9 and 10. This matters because the drill only works if your body can genuinely sense the positions, not just recognize them when you see them in a mirror. Now here's the drill. You're going to hit shots in sets of 3, starting at a shorter target and working progressively back, climbing rungs on a ladder. If your sand wedge carries 90 yards on a full swing, set your rungs at roughly 45 yards, 65 yards, and 80 yards. If your numbers are different, scale accordingly. Rung 1, hit 3 balls with your 9 o'clock swing. No guessing, no adjusting mid-swing. Commit to the position and let the club do the work. Note where they land. Rung 2, move to 10 o'clock. Same wedge, same tempo, just a slightly longer backswing. Hit 3 more. Rung 3, hit 3 full swings to your maximum carry. That's 1 set. 9 balls, 3 rungs. You've just trained 3 distinct reference points directly into your hands. Here's the non-negotiable. Your tempo has to stay consistent across all 3 positions. This is where most golfers go wrong the first time they try this. They try to swing harder to generate more distance instead of simply swinging longer. But the extra yards come from the longer arc, not from more effort. Stay smooth, trust the length, but it gets more important than that. The second mistake is decelerating through impact on shorter swings. You shorten the backswing and then, because your brain registers it as a short shot, you unconsciously slow down before the ball. The result is weak, flippy contact that goes nowhere near the target. The fix is committing to a matching follow-through. Your finish should roughly mirror your backswing length. 9 o'clock back, 9 o'clock through. Symmetric, every time. After 1 set, walk out to your targets and check the dispersion. You're not just measuring distance, you're calibrating. Did your 9 o'clock swings cluster together or scatter? Clustering means the position is grooved and your tempo held. Scatter means something broke down. Usually the finish. Go back and focus there. Do this for 3 complete sets, 27 balls total, and you'll have a working distance map that your brain can actually access when it matters on the course. Here's where it gets genuinely useful. Once you've confirmed your 3 carry distances with your sand wedge, grab your gap wedge and run the same ladder. You'll find the distances shift up by around 10 to 15 yards per position depending on your swing. Write those numbers down and keep them in your bag. That reference card is worth more than most gadgets you'll ever spend money on. On the course, here's how to use it. You've got 68 yards to the flag. You know your sand wedge 9 o'clock carries 45 yards and your 10 o'clock carries 65. Your gap wedge 9 o'clock lands at 55. None are perfect. So you weigh up a bump and run option versus a 10 o'clock sand wedge that lands softly and releases. You have genuine options now. That's the whole point. You're not guessing anymore. You're choosing. One more thing, run the ladder drill briefly before any competitive round. Just one set 9 balls first thing on the range. Call it your calibration routine. You're waking up your feel for the day's conditions, wind, firmness, temperature before a shot counts. Tour caddies talk about dialing in their players' wedges before a round. This is what that looks like for the rest of us. The fact that you're taking the time to build this system already puts you ahead of most weekend players. Most of them will still be guessing from 70 yards next month. You won't be. Let's recap what you've learned today. 1. Wedge distance scatter isn't a swing flaw, it's a training gap. You've never given your hands a reference system to work from, so your brain improvises and the results are random. 2. The clock face framework, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, full, gives you 3 distinct, repeatable backswing positions that each produce a predictable carry distance. 3. The ladder drill locks those positions in by having you hit ascending sets of 3, building a real distance map you can carry onto the course and access under pressure when it counts. Give this drill 2 weeks of consistent practice, just 27 balls per session, 3 times a week, and your wedge game will look completely different, not just on the range, on the scorecard in rounds that matter. If you want to sharpen the ladder drill even further, one cheap tool makes a real difference: alignment sticks. Set them on the ground as target lines for each rung, and you get instant visual feedback on your dispersion with every swing. The set I use is linked in the description. Callaway alignment sticks, about $15, built to last. https://www. Amazon.com/DP/B07Q4M62V8. Tag equals CMS 200 2600-20. Subscribe for new tip every week. Next up, the one putting grip adjustment that stops the yips from creeping in under pressure. You'll want that one before your next round. What's your biggest wedge problem right now? Distance control, contact consistency, or reading how much the ball will release? Drop it in the comments. And save this video so the ladder drill is ready the next time you head to the range.